Hi, my name is Jay Lancaster. I'm the Health and Wellness Manager here at the Salvation Army Kroc Center. I'm also the Impact instructor. Impact Chapel happens every single week here at Kids Camp, every single year, because we want to make sure that these kids know the gospel. We want to make sure that they understand that they are loved, they have a purpose. We want to give them the fun times of camp, but on top of that, we also want to introduce them to Jesus. As a Christian organization, we always want to make sure that we are bringing our Christian values into everything that we do, and that includes Kids Camp. So it's an hour every single week. We spend that time talking about the gospel of Jesus. We spend that time doing worship and leading worship with them. And we spend that time teaching them about their purpose in life and why Jesus created them. So coming in and leading Impact, you see these kids raise their hand when you ask, is anybody struggling with anything? Is there anything that we can pray for you about? Is there any issues or hardships in your life that you want to give to Jesus? And you'll see these kids raise their hand. And that's where my heart is. Because when I was a kid, I was in the foster system myself. I grew up homeless. I grew up on the streets. And my heart belongs to youth, actually, because of that. So when I was a kid, I was going through struggles and issues, and I had plenty of things going on in my life that could have easily sent me down the wrong path. The only way that I am here today is because I had a pastor in my life preaching the good word to me, telling me that the stuff that I was going through isn't going to be forever. The things that I was struggling with weren't going to be forever. The things that were happening in my life, those were things that were happening to me, not because of me. And so when I got old enough, that's all I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to go and tell these kids the same things that I heard when I was a kid, that helped me get through my situations, that helped me get through my struggles. So being able to pray over those situations, being able to pray over those struggles with them, and being a part of that while these kids give their lives to the Lord and they give those struggles to the Lord, it's one of the biggest blessings. With everybody's eyes closed and everybody's heads bowed, if you want to give your life to Jesus, I want you to raise your hand. And then leaving this building and then walking out through the Kroc Center and having these kids come up and say, hey, you work for Jesus, right? You're the guy that works for Jesus. And it's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing at work. It's my favorite thing throughout my days. The kids will walk by and you're Mr. J. You love Jesus. You're Mr. J. You work for Jesus. And you can tell that these kids are receiving it. Just the testimonies and the stories that I've gotten back from parents, from other camp leaders, from other staff. They're coming back and telling me that these kids are going home for the first time in their lives and they're reading the Bible. They're asking for their Bible. I had another parent come up to me and say, my son for the first time ever wanted to lead the prayer that night that they always do together. And they're choosing to take an extra step in their lives. And that's because of Impact. That's because of what we do here at Salvation Army.